Okay, so we just recorded 2 rounds of the warm-up and the audio wasn't working. So here we go, last one. Dang, man. As we were saying, when you could not hear us, I hate cardio, but it needs to get done. So no matter what day it is, usually, I always start with some sort of HIIT style warm-up. Nothing crazy intense, but something that'll get my heart rate up and my body temperature up. I feel like it does a good job of setting the tone for the workout. In addition, gets me done the cardio that I need. Recently, I haven't been doing any of it just because the last 2 weeks I was actually under eating, and in combination with that, doing all the burpees, the ball slams every day while under eating, it was just wrecking my joints. So this last week I've been doing 10 minutes of Stairmaster before every workout, but seeing as we're at our apartment gym today, just due to the busy schedule, I have another meeting I have to be available for at 6. That's in about an hour and a half. Figured to best skip the actual gym today. Plus, we've just got arms, so ultimately I'm confident in my ability to hit these with some intensity. So obviously we do not have access to our regular equipment, so we're going to have to improvise a little bit. And ultimately, an apartment gym is not going to be quite as forgiving. So let's just get our warm-up in. We're probably only going to do ignition sets, but it's not always a bad thing. For those of you that don't know, all an ignition set is basically a combination of pre-exhaustion and rest pause. I'm going to try to pick a weight that realistically I hit failure with at 12 reps. And after I hit failure, that's when the actual set starts. So I'm pre-exhausting with the 12 reps. And then I have 20 reps of rest pause with 10 seconds in between each failure. So I think that'll be our working weight. So you only do one set. It's a good way to ramp up the intensity. Save you a lot of time. The only thing is, it's only one set. So it's kind of cool because it's only one set, but it's also kind of uncool because if you fuck it up, you know what I mean? Here we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10. Four, 5. Okay, cool. All right, so that's an ignition set. Like I said, you get one chance to do it right. And that's something else I like about them is it really forces you to be honest with yourself. Because especially on those sets where you're like, oh, I hit failure, then I wait 10 seconds. You have to be honest with yourself because sometimes you're like, am I actually about to hit failure or do I just want to take 10 seconds to break? You know, it's a consistent mental challenge, which I like, you know. There's a lot of research out there about optimal rep ranges and recovery times and all that. Me personally, in my personal experience, the most important thing is intensity. Within reason, you know, you're not made of titanium, you know, but worry about intensity and everything else take care of itself. As far as how you get that intensity, go 1,000,000 reps, Tom Platz style, Ronnie Coleman, low volume, super heavyweight. They're both jacked. I mean, do what works for you. So now we're on to our next exercise. We shouldn't need too much of a warm-up considering it is just our arms, and we already did a warm-up, and we just did a full set. Should be plenty of blood flow in our arms. That being said, going to the next exercise, we're flipping it over to the posterior side of our arm. Tricep, because it's a different muscle group. I'm gonna warm up a little bit. Nothing crazy. Getting quite a bit of shoulder crunch, but oh no. Oh no. All right. Okay. We're gonna go 10 pounds less, and then that's what we'll do. Like I said, we've upped our calories a little bit just for the sake of getting in more carbs and fats, specifically our omega-3s. Like I said, we were having some joint issues. I think that was mainly due to excessive impact volume, but also, you know, I probably wasn't getting enough carbs pre-workout and wasn't getting enough omega-3s to lubricate everything. But we moved up about 300 calories a day, which sounds like a lot, but I'm 216 and I was eating about 15 to 1,700 calories a day, which is a little crazy. But lost 22 pounds in 2 months, but I think we've lost what we needed to realistically, and now we just need to recomp. All right, here we go. Okay. 1, 2. Oh man, okay, I do not feel good about that set. I felt like my form was really sloppy, but I also, this apparatus is not ideal. Switching back to biceps. Realistically, we can probably and should probably go heavier, but I'm gonna focus more on time and retention today, especially after that last set, because I'm just not convinced that that form was acceptable. All right. Well, what do you know? 2, 3. Oh man, okay. Yeah, so evidently I was right about not needing to go heavier. I have been known to muscle fuck some weight from time to time. Not to be vulgar, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah, I definitely think going up in calories was the right option. I think I might just have gone a little bit too much. I am starting to look a little fluffy, or at least fluffier than I was. I was starting to look pretty lean. And now, I think we've, no. This is water weight. I had a crash out yesterday. I remember. I went to Chipotle and I stood in line for 35 minutes. And when I got to the front, they told me that they were out of rice. And I was really upset because I had a meeting to be at in 30 minutes. And so, because I was so mad at Chipotle, I drove to this other Mexican joint called Taqueria Arandas, which, if you're not on a cut, highly recommend. And I ordered 2 chicken quesadillas. And I don't know if you've ever been there, but their quesadillas are massive. It was a bunch of flour, tortilla, cheese, and grease. That's why I look fluffy. I'm holding on to hella water right now. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, because I was not liking the way I looked. Okay, cool. You know what? It's okay. We're going to ramp cardio up again, get back on our diet. We'll be all right. Once again, flipping it back around. We're going to hit our triceps. This time we're going for a JM press. Now, again, and see, this is actually what's cool about apartment gyms, because an apartment gym compared to a regular gym is obviously poorly equipped. But when you're forced to use weights lighter than you're used to, and you're forced to use dumbbells and free weights and make sure your form is locked in, it's usually a good chance to test yourself and be like, well, have I been handling my business the way I should? Or have I been bullshitting because of the nice machines and the AC and whatnot? All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, my head is so itchy. That whole set, oh my gosh. Okay, what am I at? 5, 6. Yeah, I had to go down on weight because rest pause is cool, but if you ever get to a point where you're doing like 1 or 2 reps per rest, it's too heavy. You're just maxing out over and over again. You want to get at least 3. 3 is still not a lot of reps, but it's a lot more than 1. Okay. I think it's the water weight. I think it is definitely the nasty food I ate yesterday. I think ultimately this pump is being overshadowed by the fluff. Yeah. Not much to say here. Just gonna go. Two, 3, 4, 6. Oh my gosh. 2, 3, 4. Okay. 2, 3. Okay. Man, my biceps are about to explode. Shitty form, I know. Come on. Ah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I really thought my biceps were gonna explode on that one, man. That was. Woo. What do the kids say? Sheesh. All right. Get a little. I'd say get a little blood flow, but that'd be ridiculous at this point. I have so much blood in my damn bicep, I couldn't get a boner right now. One, two. 4, 5, 6. Oof, okay. All right, so that is, I think, 3 sets per muscle group. What do we do? Cable curl, cable extension, hammer curl, JM press, incline curl, push down. What time is it? So I have a meeting in 32 minutes. Still have to do abs, but I'm trying to decide. Should I also do 2 more exercises? 1 more for the bicep, more for the tricep. I think I should probably do 1 more for the well, I don't know. Because I'm not going to lie, bro. On that set of incline curls, I was like, okay. Not like I was like, am I about to pop a tendon? Because I think I could do another set now and be fine. Like, it didn't hurt, it wasn't painful. But I was legit like, okay. Like, honestly, my bicep is still hard. There's still I just did a set of triceps, and I still have a lot of blood in my bicep. So, I don't even know what I would do. I could try concentration curls. You know what's crazy? I've never done concentration curls. In my like 15 years of lifting, I've never done them because they just always looked silly to me. You know what? No time like the present. You'll have to excuse me because like I said, I've never done these. I don't know what weight to do on this. I don't know what kind of curl this is going to be. I don't even know how to do these. Is it just... Okay, there's a nice elbow pop. Lean my tricep against my leg to stop my elbow from moving. Gay. No, I'm just kidding. That was kind of fire. Screw it. Guess we're doing these now. Don't know how I feel about those. I especially don't know how I feel about doing them at the end of a workout. Maybe I should have, because here's the deal. I feel like I feel like conceptually, they're good as a finisher because your arms are already so exhausted from doing whatever else you're doing. But here's the catch. Doing those immediately after doing a bunch of other exercises leaves me in a pickle because I am pre-fatigued from my previous exercises when I start my right arm. Do my right arm, and then I get to my left arm, and my left arm has had realistically much more time to recover than my right. So now I'm in a spot where I'm like, oh, will I do extra reps on my left arm? Or do I even it out and just stop, even though I can keep going? I know I'm right-handed. I know my left bicep isn't stronger. Or do I just wait a little bit longer and wait till they're both about fully recovered and then do it? At which point, I then ask the question, wasn't this supposed to be a finisher? done after my arms are already exhausted, but if they've had time to recover, is it still going to be effective? That I don't know. I'll have to try again next time. But, which I will. Because I will say, I didn't hate that. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm just not sure how to program it in. Because, like I said, in my 15 years of training, never done concentration curls. But yeah, anyway, we're going to do abs and then we're done.